This region's been known for suffering, and I've heard people say one thing that has marked the church in Egypt in particular has
Yes.
just been suffering. And so the current suffering is not new. It has some new faces to it. It has some new identities. But this is obviously a book written to people that are suffering.
Yes.
It also addresses people that are aliens and sojourners in this world. So
Yes.
there's a sense of identity that transcends a country or anything contemporary.
Correct.
And you mentioned Lebanon, for example. Lebanon right at the moment, I think, the country is about 1/3 refugees.
Correct.
It's just been overwhelmed.
Yes.
And there are churches in Lebanon and Jordan, churches in Egypt that have really been overwhelmed, or at least have become, their identity has started to be reshaped by the presence of people that have been persecuted, and they're moving. Have you seen that actually inform the identity that people feel, that we really all are citizens of heaven, and that we are marginalized and we are at risk? We take a chance if we share, but we take a bigger chance if we're not true to our faith.
Yeah. Yes, I see that, of course. The fighter in me wants to say that it's not suffering so much that marks our identity, but our steadfastness amidst suffering. I think that's what really marks our identity. I think the church everywhere suffers. The church is a suffering church. We may suffer differently. The forms of persecution or the forms of pressure that we feel as a church are different, but nonetheless, it's a form of suffering. I think a church that doesn't suffer is probably not faithful to Scripture in the way that it lives out its faith. We've been told, we've been warned, we've been advised from the very beginning. Jesus' last words to his disciples, you will suffer for my name's sake. You will suffer for no reason other than the fact that you're my followers. And this was not just written, and this did not just concern Middle Eastern Christians. This concerned every Christian around the world, no matter where we belong in the global church. And so the church in Asia may suffer from reasons that are different from the church in the Middle East, that are different from the church in the US. And yet we all suffer. We're all pressed on every side. But what marks us is not the suffering. What marks the faithfulness, what marks the church in all of these places is their steadfastness, is their faithfulness, is their persistence to follow in the footsteps of the one who went to the cross.
Well, now 6-7 years later from the beginnings of the revolution, it's obvious that hope is self-reinforcing.
Yeah,
because
true.
the Egyptian church that has stood strong,
True.
even with increasing pressure, more churches destroyed, more families hurt.
Yes.
Every time another testimony comes, every time another person is attracted, it seems like the hope here is just glowing brighter and brighter. And it's recognized around the world. It's not just in the Middle East.
It's recognized. I would say yes, it is recognized. Some people misinterpreted that we are death lovers. We're not death lovers. We're not throwing ourselves under buses. We go to worship, and we're attacked when we worship.
But you're not known as the people that flee.
True.
That's why people think that it's a kind of death wish or this martyrdom complex, but it's not. There are people in other places whose first choice is just leave the region.
Yes, it's not a martyrdom complex. I love this word that you just used. It's not that. It's that we weigh ourselves differently.
Yeah.
And people who come to bomb our churches, they're after our lives, but they have no idea that we've already laid those lives down a long time ago. So,
and they think they've accomplished something by destroying buildings too.
True. And you just came from Israel, Palestine, and so I'm sure you've heard that word lots, that this is not about the dead stones, the sightseeing places that people go see, but the church is about the living stones. And you can destroy as many dead stones as you want. You still have to face the living stones.
Yeah.